Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing the update what's going on at the garage. So, 1964 Chevy C10, we now have the whole motor, transmission, drive shaft all out of the truck. We are getting to the point of now getting ready to start pulling the cab off of the frame, but we did find some new issues. We were taking the windshield and the rear windows out, and as we're taking them out, we were looking up here, and there was a little hole like that one there, and I just started poking around, and yeah, this thing is pretty big, and it's loose from here all the way out to about here. This is only held in by some seam sealer, and you can see how they seam sealed all around over there. So we have a new issue. We have another one right over here where there's holes, and then in that corner over there we have the exact same problem as in this corner here. We also can see that we've got another hole coming up right there. We got a hole that if I push hard enough, I will go through right there. So it's looking like we may be pulling this whole roof cap off and putting a new one down. Yeah, not our plan, but hey, this is what happens when you start doing this kind of work. You start with a little teeny tiny hole, and that's all that was here. The size of that hole right there, that's what we started out with here, and you can see how big it has gotten. It is now that big. It is what it is. Hoping that we're going to have good metal underneath, and if we do, it won't be quite as bad, but it is what it is. This is what happens, and you can see it goes out past this hole. It goes all the way out to right about there, and you can see where it's all separated. You can see the line there. You can see the line all the way across there. That's all separated. So more than likely we're going to be pulling this roof off, and we may even have to do this header panel here, the under roof panel there, because we have a hole here, which I know once I start poking at it, it's probably going to come out about 6 inches. And then we have in the center over here, we have a whole bunch of little holes all the way through here. And you can see them. See all those little holes? Well, it's going to be weak probably from here all the way out to there. Maybe even further than that we're going to be having to replace. So might as well just do this whole panel, take the whole thing out and replace it, because we also have a little hole there, and we're very thin right here, and then we have some bigger holes right here. So it is what it is. This is the way these things go. But we do now have the whole interior all cleaned out. We got all the dirt and everything out. You can see all the repairs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different patch panels just on that toe board right there. Then we have another patch over here. We have another patch over here, and they actually filled the whole corner in, the cab corner in with this patch, and you can see it's a crummy patch. There's nothing underneath here. This whole thing on the underside is basically gone. They cut right along here and made a patch for the cab corner, and you can see where they made the patch. See how this corner is actually a corner, and then if you look under, you can see everything is starting to come out, all the Bondo that they used to make that corner. And they did the same thing on that side. So there's a lot that we have to do to get this thing nice. And you can also see all in here, everything is gone, all through here. They tried patching it in right over here and did a terrible job. So we're gonna It's just so much easier just to rip all of the floor out and put a whole new floor and a whole new toe panel rather than trying to piece a whole bunch of pieces together. It's just easier to do it that way because even back in here we have a lot of rot. So we're going to have to get behind the cab and take care of all of that. Plus a lot of the structure, the outriggers or cab supports, they're also, and this is one of the cab supports right here, they're also completely rotted. So to replace this, you have to go all the way up to there, cut it, and then separate it from the floor. Plus we have to do the body mounts. So there's so much that has to be done. It's just so much easier to come in and just put a whole new floor in. Look at how nice that outrigger or support, the floor support is. Same thing over here, all brand new, all ready to go. We have the main floor support going front to back. We have the front floor support going all the way across, the rear, sorry. So it's just easier. The inner rockers are all already there. They have all the holes drilled out for them. So just cut the floor out, put a new floor in, and the same thing with the toe panel, with the firewall. We're gonna, you can see we've already started getting all of the paint and everything off of it to find all of the little spot welds. There's a spot weld, there's a spot weld, there's another spot weld right there. So we'll drill all those out. Then we'll take an air hammer and just separate this piece of metal from the cab metal and take this whole thing off, take the whole floor out and replace it. It's just so much easier to do it that way than to try and just start piecing pieces together. It just doesn't work. It's more work to do it that way than it is to just replace it all. So there you go. There's what's going on with this truck. Alrighty guys, I will talk to you soon. Have fun. Okay, bye.